Welcome back, and still continuing our coverage of the Egyptian-Kuwaiti ties, this special episode. We're joined back over the phone by Ambassador Sou'ad Shalaby. Ambassador Sou'ad, how do you comment on the Egyptian economic Kuwaiti-Egyptian ties?
The Egyptian-Kuwaiti economic ties are very excellent because they have been a lot of Kuwaiti investors in Egypt, and the Kuwait has been in the fourth place in the list of most important countries investing in Egypt. And you can see that the value of contribution in investment projects is about $4 trillion. $4,937. So you can $billion. So you can see that in the Kuwait investment in Egypt is in the almost $5 billion, and also the trade and exchange of products is also in a very high quality and high position. And also, as you know, that Egyptians value so much the Kuwaiti Egyptian ties, and there are more than 105 agreements governing the relation between the two countries, and there existed a lot of Egyptians who, as experts, who are working in Kuwait as experts to the Kuwaiti government, and also in the banks, in the sectors of banks, in the sectors of trade and commerce. So you can see that. There have been, during all these years, there have been very strong ties between Kuwait and Egypt. That is why Egypt has declared 3 days mourning, and there has been the flags have been half-mast because of the death of the Emir of the Kuwait, who has been a very good friend of all the leaders of Egypt, and also the government of Kuwait have expressed its gratitude and its friendly relations between Egypt and Kuwait.
Right. Well, Ambassador Shalaby, the incoming Emir Sheikh Meshal is expected to deliver his oath before Parliament on Wednesday. How do you expect the outlines of his rule to be?
Well, it's usually the same attitude between Egypt and Kuwait, because the Emir who is going to take the oath is going to be in contact with President Sisi, because all the Arab countries and the Islamic countries, and actually the whole world, have presented condolences for the Emir that passed.
Yes.
And they have, this Emir, the new Emir, will also, because he has been also in contact with all the Arab countries, so he will continue the same policy and the same ties, friendly and close ties with Egyptian government and with the Egyptian President Sisi.
Right. Ambassador Shalaby, the late ruler, Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmad Al-Subah, was known to many as the Emir of wisdom, forgiveness and peace. How would you like to comment on this?
Yes, he was very close to many of the leaders before and after Mubarak, before Mubarak and during Mubarak's time. And there had been many bilateral, very close bilateral relations, many close presidential visits to Kuwait by President Sisi. He had been visiting Egypt during the time of Mubarak and during the time of President Sisi. So there had been they were very close during the past 12 when he was ruling Kuwait.
Yes, Ambassador Shalaby, observers say Sheikh Mashal may also tend to expand ties to China as it seeks a bigger role in the region. How do you see this stand?
Well, the close relationship between Kuwait and Saudi Arabia and the last agreement between Iran and Saudi Arabia has made Kuwait and all the Gulf countries very close, and they would also be continuing the same relationship with Saudi Arabia, close relationship, all the Gulf countries, because there is the Gulf Council that combines all of them, Saudi Arabia and all the Gulf countries and Kuwait, of course. So there will be a continuation of the same policy. And of course, we as Egyptians, we are going to continue the close relationship with close bilateral relations with Kuwait and with Saudi Arabia.
Yes, a Kuwaiti source said he desires stability and stresses the importance of Kuwait's relationship with Saudi Arabia in particular. Now, how do you read this statement, and how would you like to elaborate on it?
Well, as I said, the relationship between Kuwait, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia it has been historical, and Egypt has been always a friendly country to both Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. So there will not be any kind of disruption of relations between the two countries. It has gained a stronger momentum whenever there had been any aggression or anybody condemning Kuwait. Egypt is always siding with Kuwait, and even Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed, His Highness, he has been in full support with Egypt on both the political and the economic level. So the Emir of Kuwait has participated with Sisi in inauguration and in the celebrations, in every step that reflects the keenness to support the Egyptian regime.
Right. Well, I would like to thank you very much, Ambassador Sou'ad Shalaby, former assistant to the Foreign Minister. Many thanks for your insight. And dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this special edition of African Affairs. Many thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more coming up here on Nile TV International.